obviously, but man can't brush this under the carpet. Do you know what I mean? You got Dutch grooming a 14-year-old. Like, this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. I see UK Gossip posting, I see Shea Borough posting. These other pages need to have the same energy and post and cancel this youth, bro. Because this is madness, you get me? When Wiley done a madness, everyone was posting that. They had that energy. They rubbed him out. Why ain't man posting this? Come on, industry guys, what's going on? Labels, rappers, come on, bro. Post this, bro. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, this, if this was your sister or like any female, anyone, if this is anyone, what, this okay? Bro, the industry is fake.
Early in the morning,
What's going on, people? It's your boy Cam, Topical Juice, and I've just woken up. I want to get this video out here because I've been sat on it long enough, innit? I've been waiting long enough, and some people are probably wondering, oh, how come Cam? Well, actually, I'm pretending like I don't know why I'm acting like I'm some big YouTuber. Like, people are waiting for Cam's response, but as in, like, I think some people might be wondering, like, why I haven't spoken about this on my videos yet, because I'm usually on job, speedy with it. Now the thing is with me, yeah, if I'm going to talk about someone's livelihood, if I'm going to talk about something quite crazy, something that's probably going to get demonetized, once again, the reason why I was hesitant about making this video is because I wanted further proof. I wanted the story to unravel. I wanted to see like what's going on here, because I didn't want to start jumping on someone's throat and accusing them of something when I don't actually know the facts yet, innit? But I'm still going to make this video anyway because it's not looking good for Dutch whatsoever. Without further ado, yeah, I'm going to get into the whole video. Smash the thumbs up for me. I appreciate everyone doing that and helping me grow this channel. Let's end this year on a high. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and hit the bell to be notified, man, because we're going to take over. We're over 2,500 subscribers now. We're on the road to 5,000. Then it's 10,000. Then it's 50,000. Then it's 100K. Then it's 1 million, bro. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, now without further ado, let's get into this. So the last video I did on my channel was about Dutch, and it was about his leak. Okay, so I'm not going to get into the whole context if you didn't watch that video. Long story short, his Instagram got hacked, and as a result of his Instagram getting hacked, a lot of his messages have now been exposed. Now they are quite damning. They're quite damning. But when I'm seeing the stories that I'm seeing and what's coming out, I can't hide. I can't like stay mute on this no more. So what else has leaked here is conversations between Dutchavelli and a 14-year-old girl. Okay, first things, do not get confused between Dutchavelli and the rapper. Okay, there's conversations with Dutchavelli and this girl. I can't remember what the girl's called off the top of my head, but she's 18 years old and she's a drill rapper. Okay, she's 18. She just turned 18, so she's still young. Do not get her twisted. She's still young, but for me, there's no story there. I just think, well, you clearly like young girls. Like you're wrong, and me, like I like older girls or like girls my age, whatever. But we always see flipping celebrities. P Diddy's with an 18-year-old right now. P Diddy's 55 years old, 50 whatever he is. He's with an 18-year-old right now. So there's no story there. However, him chatting to a 14-year-old girl and what it looks like is grooming her for whatever reason. I don't actually know why. For something, is it for sexual gratification? Is it for something on the roads? I don't even know. I actually don't know, because the conversations don't look good. And this girl was saying stuff like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just top up my tan or something, talk about the jacuzzi, and he's like, oh, shall I come over? And she's like, oh yeah, you can if you want. And he's like, oh, can I? Question mark. Or things like that. This 14-year-old girl sends him a picture that's quite like cute, quite like cuddly and stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, don't worry, my babes, we're gonna recreate that picture. Now, does this look like a picture that you'd recreate for a 14-year-old girl if you're 27 years old? This is not good. This is, you know what, this is not good. And I'm glad I waited, because more and more has unfolded. And that's step one, that's stage one. We got layers to peel, boy. We've got layers to peel back. Let's peel back these layers, man. Let's go, we got time. So anyway, the story gets further complicated, because the girl that he was chatting to is the niece of his old manager who passed away this year. The niece of that person, the manager of Dutchavelli, is the girl who he's talking to like this. So you've already got a conflict of interest there. Forget the girl's age for a second, which obviously you can't, because that's the main problem here. But say she was 20, 21 years old, like, it's the niece of your old manager, someone who died, someone who cared for you. That's already kind of disrespectful as it is, in my opinion. Okay, you're already kind of crossing a boundary there. Bring back the fact that she's actually 14 years old. Fam, what the f are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Like, there I was in my last video saying, only if you do what I do for the guys, getting gassed, and I can't listen to you no more. Now, the reason why I'm doing a video on it now, yeah, is because, and the reason what's happened over the last few days is that the industry's starting to listen. Now, I didn't want to do a video on it because, unlike Octavian, I don't care what evidence Octavian's got, what evidence he's got. I don't believe him. I think he's purely narcissistic, and there's clear evidence, physical evidence, videos, pictures of abuse. Clear as day. As clear as the sun rising, bro. With the 14-year-old thing, I didn't know her age, there was no profile, I didn't know, so I didn't want to accuse. But the way my mind works here, even though there's been no concrete evidence that this girl was 14, the reaction to the story has got me thinking there's no smoke without fire. Now, I'm a very perceptive guy, I'm a logical guy. I'm just looking at what's going on around me. There's a few things in particular. The cousin of the alleged 14-year-old has spoken out. And son of Fox, the manager, who passed away sadly, he's spoken out badly against Dutch. That screams a lot. We'll get into that. Rimsey, you lot might not know who Rimsey is. Rimsey's a London-based rapper from East. He's from Clapton. He's out. His mixtape. He's Upper Clapton Dream comes out in 2-3 days. I think 2 days, and I am buzzing. This guy is a street legend from 10 years ago. Anyway, they grew up together. Rimsey's unfollowed him now on Instagram. Now, people can think that's a bit petty, like, oh, it's just a rapper unfollowing a rapper, but read between the lines. This isn't just any rapper. This ain't just Fredo unfollowing him. They grew up together, innit? They're both from Clapton. Like, if you're from the same ends, you know the same people, you're from the same hood, you're from the same, you know what I'm saying? You're from the same clique, whatever. They'll probably have gang ties, connections. He's unfollowed him, which means he knows something that we don't. Or that he's confirmed something that we don't, in my opinion. Okay, that's just me using my logic and my deductive reasoning skills. Asko, Free Asko, yeah? Another rapper of mine who I like, is unfortunately in jail. He has publicly called out Dutch. He's from East London, he's from London Fields. Now, I know it doesn't really matter where they're from, but when they're from the same area, yeah, the same hood, and they're calling them out, they must know something that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Or there's something that's been confirmed. Now the plot thickens. As I said, the son of the manager who passed away, who Dutchavelli has been grooming the 14-year-old niece of, he's spoken out. Now I'm gonna play something crazy because he's spoken out. He's released, by the looks of it, a voice note has leaked from him to none other than who? Stefflon, Dutchavelli's sister, who's also now been tied up and caught up in this because she is defending her brother, which, okay, I get family ties and that. There's not much my family could do that I wouldn't ride for them. But grooming kids, talking to kids. Listen, I understand private conversations are meant to be private. Do not get that twisted. There's things that I would never in a million years want leaked, and I wouldn't even want to put that in the universe because I've got a dark sense of humor. Out of context, people could think, what the hell was this guy on about? But one thing you'll never find is conversations with a 14-year-old girl, 15-year-old girl, 16-year-old girl, anything underage, you won't find that. So let me just play quickly a bit of the voice note from Fox, the manager's son, to Stefflon.
Listen, you know what this is about, innit? Like, your brother's grooming a 14-year-old girl, child, flirting with her, asking to see pictures of her toes and getting a koozie in the hot tub and you see it, you know it as well, and that's what's fuckery. Like, come on, man, like, you got to do it yourself. There's vulnerable girls that look up to you. So see, if you're advocating for this type of fuckery, it just says yourself. I know obviously it's your family, it's your brother, you're gonna wanna have to say something, because that's what, it's a certain responsibility, but you better say the right things as well, innit? Because you and I know, Steph, you know the fuckery that's been going on.
So anyway, the plot thickens, yeah? Stefflon Don's involved, because a conversation with her and the son of Fox now, stay with me. The conversation between her and Fox now, right? Sorry, Fox's son, have leaked. Let's read what Stefflon Don said. And I think this is really manipulative. She goes, "It's mad what you're actually trying to do to my brother. I spoke to Anne and she explained everything and you deleted bare messages to make it look mad. Dutch might have gone about stuff wrong with you guys' friendship, but I'm sure it all could have been sorted. I'm sure this is not what your dad would have wanted, as he was the one who brought you lot together. I'll be praying for you, Cody. Honestly, deep down, I know you're a good kid, and I'm really sorry you had to go through the pain of losing your dad. Please find someone to talk to and don't hold your emotions in. I suggest you tell the truth. I think that's really nasty. I think that's really cruel. I think that's really manipulative, and I think that's called gaslighting. That's exactly what a lot of white people do to black people when they deny their experience. Look at all the comments in my racist videos. All the comments, they try to gaslight me. Yeah, the UK isn't racist. You didn't experience it like that. Also, you're telling me all the times I got called this and all the times I felt that I just made it up. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Stefflon Don's doing the same thing. She's saying, oh yeah, no, it must be hard that you lost your dad, and oh yeah, this, you know, your emotions are kind of all over the place. What? What's me losing my dad got to do with your brother coercing, whatever the word is, and grooming my 14-year-old cousin, bruh? You know what I'm saying? I don't care who Dutch is. Like, I don't care who you are. Whether you're a BBC presenter, a billionaire, a dangerous billionaire who's got ties with Trump and all that, or you're a street level gangster and an up and coming rapper. If you're a nonce, you're a nonce, and you can get the same smoke. It's madness. So anyway, obviously this video is getting kind of long, but there's a lot of things to unravel in this story. Now I'm gonna go back. I've been missing. My head's all over the place. I've been missing bits of the story. There's another element to the story that I've missed out that I need to talk about, and that was Dutch's excuse. So Dutch has remained pretty silent on this. I don't really know if he's gonna think this is sweeping it under the carpet, it's gonna work, or he's leaving it up to lawyers and managers. I don't know. But the more it's unfolding, the more he's staying silent. However, he wasn't always silent. Now, let's rewind to 3 or 4 days ago, or 3 days ago, 2 days ago, whatever it was, right? He put something on his story that reads this. This 14-year-old girl that you lot are speaking of is family. Her dad passed away and I took her immediate family on an outing. Those messages had nothing to do with anything sexual. For you guys to try and push false narratives as such really shows how sickening you are. Her mum's statement, apparently. So the mum of the 14-year-old girl, this is her statement on Dutchavelli's story. Right, okay. Whatever. Next bit. And I would have banter. There's times where I've been on my daughter's phone messaging him. I've had messages which I have deleted, which I have personally had with him, and deleted them on her phone. But it would never be out of character, as he had a huge amount of respect for us, from her mum as well, on his story. He then says, this is gonna hurt my brain cells. I wasn't built to break. In fact, things that break people make me. I know it's a very confusing story, so I hope you've kept up with me and whatever. But if you don't understand what's going on there, is Dutchavelli put on his story a few days ago a statement, right? Basically saying that it wasn't sexual, XYZ, claiming it was from her mum. Right, let's dissect that one there. That makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. First of all, why would it be on your profile? Like, why would it be on your profile? Why could she not speak out on her own profile? It just doesn't really make any sense. Like, why is the cousin not, like, why are people around you not believing you? And that's the excuse you're coming out with. You got Stefflon Don riding. To make matters worse, you deleted it. Why did you delete the story? It sounds like a lie. Why did you delete the story? If it's factual, if it's true, leave it up there. You've even got C-Biz. C-Biz has responded. He was saying how it's mad how everyone was trying to get that P-E-D-O the other day, but letting next P slide. It's mad. I can't even say words like that now, or YouTube won't even pay me, bruh. But anyway, what I'm getting from this year is that the industry is now listening, because the world is very hypocritical. The world will always say something that fits an agenda at the time. The world will, people are always guilty of this. I am, you are. We're all guilty of like having an opinion that fits an agenda at the time. So let's use that Stretton thing as an example, right? How many people was dressing up in their little flipping Black Panther outfits and riding out, and yeah, we're protecting our cities. We're protecting our cities from these nonsense. We're protecting our cities from these people that are taking over, but they're not keeping that same energy for Dutch. You know, people are walking down the street and yeah, social media's done it. We saved this poor girl by plastering this girl all over social media. We've saved her. And do not get it twisted. I'm glad that we, when the community actually came together Look at what we accomplished. We got that guy nabbed and we got him wrapped up. But everyone's opinion always changes to fit the agenda, to fit the narrative at the time. You know, what Black Lives Matter, prime example. I had friends doing stuff for charity for Black Lives Matter. What are they doing now? What are they talking about now? And it's because everything's like people, it's for the in thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like when something's trending, when something's in, that's when people have an opinion on it. But no, unfortunately not. We have to stand up and hold everyone accountable. I'm just gonna tell you the facts. It's not looking good. Or the facts in my mind. It's not looking good. It looks like Dutchavelli's Noncevelli. It's all nuts. It's all nuts. But ultimately, this is look at the world around you. Like, why is everyone staying silent on this now? Is it because Dutchavelli's a gangster and they're scared of him? Is it because Dutchavelli, he makes good music and he's hot right now and they want to carry on listening? Is it because he's a bit of a sex symbol? Girls were feeling Dutch, but the energy ain't the same. But people in the industry are starting to like unfollow him and be like, yo, like this is a bit like, what's going on here? We have a part to blame in this, you know. If we're silent, yeah, and looking hypocritical and contradicting ourselves, we're part to blame. 1 minute we're saying this because it fits this narrative, and the next minute we're saying this because it fits that agenda, and even though it contradicts what we said before, but we're always trying. That's the thing about human nature. We're always selfish, inherently selfish, most of us, and we're flawed. We're never really consistent all the way through, and that's why no one can take that away from Cam. You know, man, I've been consistent for that. I'm the same kid I was. I'm just mature. But I'm going to conclude with this. It's not looking good for Dutchavelli, and to be honest, the fact that he's, look at the evidence. The cousin of the alleged 14-year-old is grilling Dutch and Steph in the DMs. People close to them are unfollowing them. Dutchavelli hasn't responded. Like he's deleting stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is all evidence of someone who's about to try and do damage control, who's about to try and scrape the barrel for an excuse as to how to get out of this. But at the end of the day, whatever your intentions was at the time, it's just not boding well. But either way, that's the end of the video today. I hope that made sense. Let me know your thoughts below. Are you cancelled? Are you cancelling Dutchavelli? Did you listen to Dutchavelli? Do you even know who Dutchavelli is? If you did listen to him, you can listen to him anymore. Find out on next episode. Peace.